I'm gonna do my makeup while I talk about why you should start decentering brands from your life. Somewhere down the marketing timeline, something strange happened where people started developing parasocial relationships with brands. Something I see really often in the beauty community is holding brands at a higher value than the product that they're selling. There are brands that exist where customers will buy whatever they launch because of the name. And that's not a new crazy concept, but I want you to really consider how out of control that is. I've said it before and I'll say it again, when we value brand over product, we lose sight of why we were buying anything in the first place. I think the parasocial relationship between consumer and brand is especially interesting when consumers hold brands accountable. Performance activism actually is a very strong marketing tactic for brands, and we see how well that works when a brand posts something that aligns with people's values and people flock to the comments saying that they're going to go buy something and support them. But when you really think about it, what exactly are you supporting? And the same thing goes for a brand that has done something controversial and people get on social media and say that they're not buying from that brand, they're not supporting that brand, but then they're looking for dupes of what the brand sells. I think there's something absolutely to be said about wanting to spend your money at companies that align with your values, but somewhere down the line, we've lost the plot. Your morals and values and identity should not be tied up in what brands you do or do not buy. And I get that that might be a really strange concept to people because what you own does feel like such a big part of who you are. And that's not by mistake. When you start devaluing brands, you actually end up realizing how little you need and how much you already own. There's a reason why you feel so connected to the brands that you buy from. It's because they want you to feel that way. They want you to identify with their brand so that they can sell you things that you don't need. We've placed so much value on brands that it's really left us powerless and out of control. I had a shopping addiction for many years, and I finally decided to get a handle on it 3 years ago and stopped buying makeup. But my problem wasn't buying makeup, it was kind of about buying anything. Even though I stopped buying makeup, I didn't really realize how much I was overspending and over-consuming in other areas as well. It wasn't until I started decentering brands in my life that I realized how much of my identity was actually tied into the things that I bought. And I just realized how much I didn't want my identity to be tied into the things that I buy. When I started decentering brands from my life, I felt like I was able to really enjoy what I already owned so much more. I also just started to feel so free from advertising and marketing, free from the chase to find the perfect product, free to really enjoy what I already own. But I'm curious, would you